I've got a dilemma. It's time to get ready for the first bike packing trip of the season. So what am I gonna pack? What bike do I bring? Not that one. I'm gonna have to go shop for food. What tent should I bring? Will I enjoy beautiful sunsets? Maybe I'll be sitting around a campfire. I'll need to prepare for bad weather. Let's tackle these and other questions over the next few minutes. Well, it's turned a bit cloudy, but I wanted to go over everything that I'm bringing on my bike on my tour that will happen, in a couple of days from now. I'm going to drive to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and do the Gap Trail and the C&O Trail all the way to Washington, D.C. So I'm going to camp along the way and stay in a hotel, I think, for one night, right in the middle. So let's take a look at my rig. As you can see, it's fully loaded. Let's go over actually what I'm bringing. So I've got 2 waterproof bags. The one on that side houses my food, contains all the food I'm going to need because I am going to be camping at least 5 or 6 days. And the other bag houses my tent poles, tent stakes, and other paraphernalia that will go into setting up my tent. On the front here, I have this Ortlieb waterproof bag that contains my personal items. I can actually detach it very easily here if I want to take it into a store with me. I have an Ortlieb roll-up bag here that I house my sleeping quilt, my pillow, and some other sleep items. So now taking a look at the cockpit here, I have my Garmin, I have my headlight, I have my bell. And in this pouch, I keep my camera. And in this pouch here, I keep some snacks and also my bear spray, just in case. I will be going through the wilderness of Pennsylvania, and they do have bears and other creatures. Now looking at my gas tank bag, in here I have a battery that I can keep things charged that are on the handlebars. I'm actually going to mount a cell phone here and my forward-facing camera over here. Now the other bag on the top tube right here is what houses all of my tools. In my Green Guru frame bag, I keep my lock, my air pump, a spare tube, and some other items. You'll notice I have 3 water bottles, 1, 2, 3. Even though there'll be water on the trail in various areas, I am going to be cooking at night, so I'm going to need some extra water for that. And now my very large seat bag houses all of my clothing that I'm going to need. And then looking down, I have 2 Ortlieb gravel pack panniers. This one houses mostly electronics and camera equipment and tripods and things. And the bag on this side is where I keep all of my cooking equipment and various utensils, along with some more food. And I have my blinky light. You'll notice here I have a chair. I know it's a luxury. Normally I wouldn't bring a chair on a trip like this, but the extra weight is okay. I'm going to be camping a lot, and the trail is really flat, and there's actually a lot of downhill. So the extra weight really doesn't matter on this trip. So I'm looking forward to using that chair at the end of every day. And oh, my bike seat, my Infinity bike seat. It is my favorite seat of all time. It is rather odd though, isn't it? But I have to tell you, it's the most comfortable seat there is for long distance bike riding. I have 3 of them, one on each of my bikes that I still use. And if you're interested in knowing more about the seat, there's a link below to Infinity bike seats. And if you decide to buy one, I have a discount code, and that is my seat. And you'll see it down in the description below. So that's really it for what I'm bringing on the trip. I'm not going to go into the details. You know, everybody brings clothes, shirts, pants, socks, and different odds and ends. So the most important thing is getting out there and going on a trip. So let's go back inside. I'm going to show you how I mapped out this trip. I'll start riding in downtown Pittsburgh, and I'll be going all the way to Washington, D.C., camping along the way with 2 nights in a hotel. I laid out the entire route with the app Ride with GPS, which makes it quite easy to follow, both on my Garmin and also on my iPhone. So as you can see here, the elevation gain and decrease goes right along, and it matches up with the trail on the map. So in the beginning, it's very subtle for the first 130 miles. 2.6 degrees elevation is the steepest portion of it. So it's a pretty easy ride for just about anyone. And then when you get to Cumberland, Maryland, it goes down -2 degrees in a very short time, in about 15 to 20 miles. And then from there, all the way to Washington, D.C., it's a slight decline. So it'll be a very nice and easy ride. So I almost forgot, if you're going to consider doing this ride yourself, and it is a great ride, it's all off-road, no cars, very peaceful. There's a guide you should get, and it's available online. I'll leave the link down in the description below, but it's invaluable. It's only about $10. It has a wealth of information, and I'm sure you'd like to take it along with you on the ride. It has plenty of maps, and it actually goes into a lot of the history of the canal and how it was built. And the most important part, if you're on the trail, is as you go through each town, it points out different things that you could do, places to eat, museums, all kinds of activities. One of the things that I really enjoy about this book and find it useful is the many maps. So right here, as you can see, I'm filming this outside, so it's hard for me to see it. It actually shows you going along the trail here and what to expect. And it really covers just about every inch of the trail from beginning to end. So I think you would find this most useful. So you can order this online and they'll send it to you in about a week to 10 days. Again, it's only $10, so it's well worth the money if you're planning on doing this trip. So as always, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you're able to get out this summer and go on some trips, even if it's a one-day trip or just a bike ride around the block. So as always, thanks again and happy pedaling.